Welcome back to that Eurovision site, and we're continuing today with our interviews for Norway's Melodi Grand Prix. I'm joined today by Ladybug. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing good. I am having a very good day. A lot of stuff going on, of course, being in the MGP bubble, but overall very good.
Why don't you get us started by telling us something that people viewing might not know about you?
Ooh, that you might not know. Well, I was supposed to work as a real estater before I understood and kind of like build up the courage to actually dare to go for my dream of becoming a musician and an artist. So yeah, I did like a total 180 change of lifestyle, I guess you could say. And yeah, what else? I often get asked like to do a fun fact, and I guess I am very good at driving backwards with a car, like reversing. That's a skill.
It's a good one to have.
Yeah, right.
So you're competing in Melodi Grand Prix with your song Hot as Hell in Paradise. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yeah. So, Hot as Hell in Paradise is about finding that one person, I guess, like for you as well, there's sometimes in your life you meet certain people that just instantly you feel like you have a deeper connection with. It's as if you've known this person for forever and you just know immediately that this is probably your like soul friend or soulmate. And it doesn't have to be in a romantic way, but obviously it can also be like that or just as a friend. So you meet this person and you really want to get to know him or her, but then there are bystanders who has um, opinions about this person, negative opinions, and they're trying like to talk you into not getting to know the person. And you kind of say, okay, you know what? Thank you for your opinion, but I am going to follow my own heart and go with my own guts and actually get to know this person myself. And because I feel like this could be hot as hell in paradise.
And how did it go from an idea for a song to being a song in Melodi Grand Prix?
Yeah, so the session and the day for when we wrote this song was kind of insane. I was supposed to have two songwriting sessions going on at once, meaning I had two different studios where I was kind of running forth and back. And so in one of the rooms, there wasn't much going on at all. We were kind of stuck. And in the other room, there was something magical about to happen. And we were kind of limited in terms of time on that specific day. So I took a decision and I told the other group that I was in, I was like, sorry, but I am going to have to ditch this session because I feel like we have something incredible going on in the other room. And I feel like I have to put 100% focus there right now. So that's what I did. And to be honest, we were quite stuck in the beginning of the thought process of writing the song. But then it was as if our brains just opened and we understood where we wanted the song to go. So the song was written pretty quick, to be honest. It was pretty quickly to like write the entire song because I think we were all just so in on that idea once we had it. And then at the end of the day, before the session was about to finish, we had a deadline this day for finishing the song, And the other people were like in and out of the studio saying like, oh, you guys, you have to finish up now. And we were like, yeah, we're almost done. And I remember the producer were just sitting there trying to produce and do like a rough mix of the song, and he was sweating. He was so stressed, while the rest of us, the songwriters, we were just dancing in the room because we were so happy about the song. So yeah, that was that process.
And was it always written with Melodi Grand Prix in mind, or was it just when the submissions came up, you decided to send it in?
Yeah, no, this song was always written for MGP in the back of our minds. It was also written for me as an artist. So we had that in our mind that I was going to be the artist and that it was for MGP, which is what makes me so happy about the song. It's a song that I have co-written myself together with three amazing songwriters. Um, but it also has me, Ladybug, in the song and in the sound, which feels really good now going into MGP.
And what makes, if you be able to put it into words, what is the sound of Ladybug? What are the elements in your music that you're most proud of?
So, as an artist, I do music that is dark electronic pop, is what I call it. I guess you could say it has like a really heavy bass bass line in a pop universe, and the lyrics are normally quite dark and serious, but I love to always like quirk them up a little bit and add something a little bit funny and strange and weird um, into the lyrics. So yeah, I guess that's how I would explain my sound and my universe.
And you said that you wrote this song specifically for MGP. Is it been something that you've wanted been getting into for a while?
Yeah, so I have been submitting songs to MGP for what is it now, 4 or 5 years or so. I think the very first time I did it is like even longer ago, but I've been submitting every year for the last 4 years at least. So yeah, I've been really wanting to get in on MGP, and finally I am here. So I feel very happy about that.
And how was it to finally get the music that you were in and you're in this year?
Yeah. So I actually with this song and some other songs that I was also sending in and submitting the same year, I sent them into MGP 2024. But I did it at like the very end of the submission deadline, and they had already picked quite a few of the artists and quite a few of the songs that were going to be in MGP 2024. And so the boss of MGP, Stig Carlsen, the man who decides which songs and which artists gets to go, he called me up, and this was after I had seen on all the social media platforms of MGP that, oh, thank you so much to everybody who has sent in their contributions, but we have now found our artist. And so I immediately thought like, oh, dang, I thought for sure that I was gonna get in this year. And then a couple of days goes by and I get a phone call from Stig where he says, yeah, as you might understand, I have some bad news for you, which is that you're not gonna get to do MGP 2024. But I also have some good news for you, and that is that I'm wondering if you want to do MGP 2025. And he explained the whole thing about it just not fitting in with the other songs. So yeah, so I've been sitting for quite a while now, waiting for 2025 to come.
How hard was it to like sit on that just like big thing you've been working towards? Or was it a year?
Yeah, so I had to keep it for a secret for like a year and 3 months or something, which has been insane. It's been really hard to keep it, to be honest. But I think think I managed it. I think I've been very good at keeping it a secret. I've also been terrified that, like, let's say it goes out in the press too early, maybe then they're going to be like, oh, you know what? Now it's kind of like revealed, and sorry, but we're going to have to like swap you with somebody else. I don't think they would have done it, but that was kind of like a fear that I had in the back of my head. So yeah, I really try to keep it a secret.
I think especially because you said you applied every year. What were people asking you? If, are you applying this year? And
What did you say?
because you said that you were applying for the last few years, did you have people like going up and asking you, "Are you applying this year?" And you just have to like be
Yeah.
very vague.
Yeah. So, and I said like, yeah, I sent in some contributions, and I think maybe a few of them were shortlisted, blah blah blah, but no, I didn't get through. But it was quite funny actually, because 2 days before the press release, I was at a like a gathering with a lot of other artists, and also Emmy was there, that is now doing in Dublin, the Norwegian artist, yeah. And a lot of like songwriters and other artists were there, and it went quite fine. And I didn't get too many questions about like what I thought about MGP and if I had sent in any songs, blah blah, until the minute when I was about to leave. Then the woman that was the host for the night, she came up to me and she was like, "Oh, so did you send in any songs?" I was like, "Yeah, I sent a few, and I think a few of them got shortlisted, but yeah." She was like, "But you didn't get any song in?" I was like, "We'll see." I just couldn't lie anymore. It was just 2 days until the press conference anyway, so yeah, I just didn't have it in me to lie her straight in the face. I just said, "We'll see."
And what made you want to apply all those times to be part of Melody Grand Prix?
You know, Melodi Grand Prix, MGP, and Eurovision in general is just such a happy and very artsy platform. It's a big, massive stage, and of course, like you get a lot of people that get to see you. But I think also what I really love about MGP is that you don't own. It's not just the music; it is also like everything, the creative part around it, building the show, doing the dance rehearsals, and all of that. I just really love it, and the costumes is just something that's really close to me as a person and as an artist. So it just fits me really well, I think, as a concept.
And are there any like particular MGP or Eurovision artists or songs that you particularly like?
Well, there's many, to be honest. But I think a few of my favorites are like Loreen. Absolutely love her. I feel like that's what many people would answer though on this. But that is my honest answer. I absolutely love Loreen. She's so artsy, and it's like dramatic, but in a very beautiful and powerful way. So I love her. And I also really love the Cha 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 song from Finland. But that's more in the sense that I love the madness and the craziness about it. So, yeah, that's at least two of my favorites among many.
Are you looking to bring like your own slice of madness and craziness with your own stage show this year?
For sure. Yeah, as we were talking about, I've been knowing this for quite a while now. And every year when they start with the production of the shows, the artists are told to like make a mood board. They send into NRK and into MGP. And then kind of they keep on building up from that like foundation. And let's just say my mood board was very specific because I had so long time to think about it. So I had a lot of ideas when it came down to the show. And I'm so happy that the crew around MGP has really taken many of my ideas and just like kept on building um, based on them. So I feel like I get a lot of myself in this show, which I'm super happy about. And yeah, there will definitely be a little bit of madness, um, for sure.
And it's just under 2 weeks now, I think. Your preparation's going well for the show?
Yeah, um, I still have to rehearse some. Okay, I guess I can reveal that I'm going to be doing a little bit of dancing. So I think I have to still rehearse that. Also thinking about like a part of my costume that makes it a little bit harder. And yeah, but I'm starting to feel very ready, to be honest. I am super ready for the 15th of February to come and to get to do MGP. And yeah,
Yeah, and
I think I'm
it
ready now.
it's a big venue you'll be performing at, and I think it's one you know quite well as well.
I do. I do for sure. So, yeah, the tabloids have just been loving the fact that actually sometimes I work as a bartender at Oslo Spectrum, which is quite funny. I have to like specify that I do I can't even say main job because I don't have a main job. I only work extra shifts at all my jobs that I have. I have like 8 or 9 different jobs, and I'm just like an extra at all of them. But I work within the healthcare system in Norway. But yeah, also one of my jobs is that sometimes I work as a bartender in Oslo Spectrum, where the final is going to be. So that's going to be quite different and quite a lot of fun, knowing the fact that I know the venue so well. And normally, either I'm there looking at other artists or I'm there like uh, giving beers to people in the audience and like selling peanuts. Um, yeah, feels nice.
Are the people you work with there like starstruck?
I don't know if you could say starstruck. Do you get starstruck by maybe. I mean, I get it's hard for me to tell if people are starstruck in that sense because I still just feel like me, you know. Yeah, I'm not really having the Hannah Montana feeling yet. It's but yeah, I think hopefully they think it's cool. Obviously there's a lot of people working there. There's many people working there in the bars. So it's not all of them that I know so well personally. But the people I do know, I hope that they think it's cool that now I'm going to be on the stage.
Taking a look at some of your other music, if people are just now discovering you and they like Hot as Hell in Paradise, where do you
Mm.
think they should start with listening to your other music?
Oh, so I feel like the music that I have out now on Spotify and the other platforms. So I have 5 other songs that are already released before Hot as Hell in Paradise, and they are a part of my journey as an artist more than really reflecting who I am right now. But I think it could be maybe interesting for people to listen to those 5 songs and see how I have developed as an artist. I've been considering taking them completely off, to be honest, and like deleting them. Um, but once again, I feel like it's still a part of me. And as every artist, it's good to try to experiment with your genre before you find your genre that you're going to stick with. So, in terms of what is me right now, I can more say that you can look forward to the rest of 2025 because there's a lot of new music to come. And if you want to discover my journey to where I am now, listen to the songs that is out now. And I think my favorite of the ones that I have released is probably Ghost.
And just finally, do you just have a message that you'd like to get out there for an international audience?
Yeah. So first of all, everybody that is watching this, I hope you enjoyed the interview and that you are having a beautiful day. First of all, and also I hope that I get to see all of you in Switzerland, in Basel. That is my goal, and I am going to do my very best to deliver a as good show and performance as I can possible do. And I hope that you like my song, How to Sell in Paradise. And please feel free to reach out if there's anyone who's considering sending a message on Instagram or any other social media platforms. Please do, because I love to get the messages and I really, really try to answer every single one of them as well. So, yeah, slide into my DMs.
Thank you very much, and best of luck in Melodi Grand Prix.
Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.